Lil Gay Talk Show, Houston's hot mess of a podcast. A funny but thoughtful look at the LGBTQIA plus community.
Welcome to another episode of That Little Gay Talk Show. I'm your host, Joel Tatum.
And I'm your co-host, Julio Briceño.
Mm-hmm. And it is the holidays. I feel like we should have like a Charlie Brown or somebody dancing in the background.
Oh, come on, copyright
some
publishing.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll
do some Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
We'll put the hood version of that, like the like we don't make like the podcast ain't making enough money version of that.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll put that one up.
You probably have to go to like the dollar store.
I'll use clip art from Microsoft Windows. Bitch, old school clip art.
I mean, remember the days when you would go? Have you ever been into the toy section of a dollar store before?
That is it's the saddest toy section.
It's the saddest toy section I have.
It was
ever
like all
seen.
the reject toys or all the lower quality toys, and I'm like, it's like the cheapest Barbie you ever seen, but you can see why she's $4.99. You're like, girl.
I mean, if you wanted a He-Man for Christmas,
that's the Barbie film. That's like where the Wish toys go,
and you end up opening the package and it says that guy. It's like. What is it? And why is he named that guy?
Damn.
You couldn't even afford. I mean, come on, Family Dollar. You could go to Family Dollar.
Family Dollar Corporate, if you are listening right now, thank you for doing your part.
I mean, at least I would have gotten an older version at the thrift store, but you went to the dollar store.
I give them props because, like, it's shitty to us, but what if that toy means something to somebody else?
That's true.
You know what I mean, girl?
That's true.
Like, they can't even afford a gift, and if they can at least get them a toy from it, you know what? I fucks with it. I would buy one if I had no other choice, but...
You know what? When I think about it now, I probably will buy one from just for the silliness of it.
They're not adult toys. This is not an adult toy store.
Okay, I don't mean to be that kind of queer, but
let me make that queer.
We are gay men. We have literally learned how to make anything a toy.
Period. Period.
And that is one thing that we are great at.
Joel, how's your week been so far? Let's just go ahead and segment.
He said no.
No, we are not having this conversation.
No, so this show's already getting off to a good start.
It sure is. Wait, so how's your week been?
Well, it was Christmas week, and I did go see the new Spider-Man movie.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
I did, and did I enjoy myself? Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
I fell asleep for a good first part of it.
He fell asleep.
Not on purpose.
Ladies and gentlemen,
not on
he
purpose.
always falls asleep at movies. Every time he talks about a movie, he tells the story of how he fell asleep.
Bae makes it into a joke. He's just like... He's like, you're going to fall asleep, right? And I'm like, stop, I'm not. But that's like, I've noticed that if we drink before we go to the movies, then I'm already relaxed for one. And then when I sit down and I'm in a dark room with just like, it feels like I'm at home at TV, watching TV at night or something, I just fall right up asleep, real comfy. So I have to fight myself to wake up just to watch the movie, literally, so I can catch something of it.
You get that comfy in a movie theater? I do not.
Yes, girl.
I do not.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. When we were at the movies, of course, there's little kids behind us.
Yes.
Right behind us, in earshot. And these kids are slurping on their soda, like, super hard. And it just keeps going.
And you're like, girl.
And going. And I'm sitting there squirming in my chair and everything else. And my friend is like, Joel, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. He was, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And then finally I was like, fuck this. So I got up and moved to the other side. And I made it quite clear when I stood up that I was annoyed.
By your children.
Yes, exactly.
Girl.
Because I turned and looked. And then said, I didn't say anything. I just turned and looked.
The look said it all, girl.
And just went and got it, move over to number 12. And the kids still slept. Still
made noise. Still
kept slurping. Luckily, not through the movie.
Not everybody has movie theater etiquette. Especially sometimes parents, out of all people, which most parents are very cautious. Like, hey, don't make that noise. Hey, stop screaming. Hey, but then you get some parents who are like, they're just kids being kids. Let them do. And it's like, no, girl, that is annoying the rest of us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's normal to you, but it's not normal to us.
I really do think that people should just leave your kids at home. Leave your little toddlers at home.
Oh my God!
You can bring the 12, 13-year-old. He might be a little annoying, but at least you turn around and say, "Shut your motherfucking ass up."
Oh no, because at 12 and 13, like you you get the gist that you have to be quiet, watch the movie. You're a little more like a preteen at that point, so you're not even thinking about it. What'd you think of the movie though?
The movie was fantastic.
It was honestly a good movie,
and we're still on the. I guess we're still on the. Let's not give out spoilers. So I'm not going to give out any spoilers. But people...
He dies. He dead in the movie. Period. The end. Saved you $15 at the movie theater. Plus popcorn and drinks. You're welcome.
Yeah, he died at the end. So...
Bitch, by the way, I need to send you a... Because I was talking about the movies. And then at home, I saw this interview that popped up about movie theaters. It's the same thing we've been talking about. Like, Joel, they're going to go away at one point. You're like, no. Like, okay, fine. Some will stay, but for the most part. But a lot of the topics that we touched on, like the movie theater trends and this and that, like, it was pretty dead on. That I've been meaning to send you that interview so you can watch it. And we can... It's on Vox. V as in Victor, OX on YouTube. And pretty much they just kind of talk about the history of movie theaters and the movie companies like Warner Brothers, Paramount, things of that nature, and how long before there was streaming, before people could bootleg movies, the movie theaters had a good solid like say so in the business of like, you can't, we're gonna show this movie. Let's say Spider-Man came out at that time. This movie's gonna be in theaters for a year, and it was true back then. You would wait till the movie. It was a whole year later, and the movie was still there. Like you could still catch the movie. I remember those days. And then DVDs came out. So they always negotiated back and forth what the period of time a movie would remain in the movie theater. And then they also discussed about how they negotiated about what helped get the leverage to the movie industry was the pandemic. Now people were streaming. The movie theaters couldn't stop. The movies couldn't stop making. The movie people could not stop making movies. So they had to. So yeah, that I'm going to send you that one. And then I've always said movie theaters are going to die out pretty soon.
Well, the fact of the matter is, and I think we've discussed it many times, is the fact that even before the pandemic, streaming services, some of the best entertainment was coming out of streaming services.
Yep.
You have HBO Max, which
you have more unique shows.
Yeah, you have more unique shows with different perspectives, and
that caters to everybody.
Yeah, that caters to everybody. I have seen me in several different shows. Yep. I have seen people of color that I would never think would get a TV show.
We definitely have a lot more representation. Yeah, we have a lot more.
A lot more. It still has some work to do, but at least in streaming,
it's gotten better. It's gotten way better. Even in like the fashion business, even like that, it has. You see more representation, like you said. I see some characters out there. I'm like, that's me. Holy shit, that's me right there. That's fucking crazy.
I know. So it's like, it's like a blessing of movies. And TV shows and that kind of stuff. So we have been bombarded with a lot of stuff that now the idea of going to a movie theater. Yeah. For most
it's annoying
people,
to me now.
For most people, to go to a movie theater, you need a reason to go to the theater.
That is true.
And there needs to be movies that give you a reason to go to the theater.
That's why
and whether you agree with...
No, and they discussed that in that interview, that mini documentary. Movie theaters are now being more selective of what is being shown there because they're trying to get people to come. Yeah, there's not like before where
they're putting butts in the seats, people.
Remember back in the day, you could go to movie theater and say, what do we want to watch? What are we in the mood for? And you would look at the board and be like, oh, there's a romantic comedy. There's that independent film. Oh, there's that one that came out that everybody's watching. Like, you had your options. And you could pick and choose what you wanted to see. Yep. Nowadays, movie theaters can't afford to do that. They can't afford to have an empty room running a film that's not making them money. Now they got to put in the movies in there. They're making them profit.
And it puts a lot of pressure on filmmakers now because they feel like that they have to have a blockbuster in order for people to come to the movies.
I feel like if they're trying to go the movie route, national movie route, where they're trying to release to major, yes, you're right.
So I really think that there's a lot of pressure on them to do so. And streaming services are offering the same kind of value and entertainment. They're able to pay these studios big bucks. Yeah. To put on Netflix just throws money like it's left and right at shows. And some of these shows don't even deserve to be shows. But for the most part, Netflix just throws money left and right. And Netflix has really gotten good at...
And they've brought shows back, too.
if a show is canceled, it's canceled.
Yeah, like you'll only get that one season, and that's it.
You get that one season, and then you think you're going to. And by the way, and here's what I would love to tell people who make movies or TV shows that is going to have a twist at the end. Yeah. And you're not sure you're going to make it past season 1 and you're on Netflix, don't do it.
Don't do it, girl.
Just wrap up the story. Just wrap it up.
Don't do it, girl. Period.
Wrap it up. We'll come up with something I'm sure you'll come up with something for season 2, but wrap it up.
Is that what you're talking about in lots of television when you made it on the notes? Mm-hmm. Okay, there's a lot of shows.
Yeah, because there's a lot of shows. And people are like, I don't have time. Now, I am one of those, I'm a completionist. So.
I've never heard this word.
Well.
Completionist.
It may be.
You said, what is the definition? What's its origin?
Okay, once I start watching something, then I need to finish.
You're one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So if I hate it.
My thing is
If I hate episode 1.
Me.
And I'm still hating this show by the time the end of the season.
You'll still watch it to the end, even if if you ain't got my interest by at least the second episode, I'm out.
I want absolute concrete reasons why I hate this show. So when people ask me, why do you hate this show so much? Okay, so let me talk about episode 6.
Oh, hell
They got really ridiculous.
You sound like my friend.
Went off on a different character arc. I didn't know who these people were.
You sound like my friend Jared. Jared would do the same thing. He knows damn well the show is trash, but he'll watch it just so he can talk so much good shit about it.
Because I want to make sure that when people say, why do you hate that show?
Because I have a solid reason. I watch all 10 episodes.
Because I feel like that when you tell somebody that you don't like something, people are like, but why? Yeah. And then they go, but why?
And they'll give you the brief impression that they had on the first episode to determine the outcome of the rest of the episodes.
Yeah, exactly. So when I say I hate something, I have to rewatch it again or have to see the entire season so that I can say solidly why I hate this movie.
I hate you. Now let me explain solidly why. First of all, she ain't shit.
But yeah, so no, thank you. I want to make sure.
Oh, it's 3:30, y'all. It's 3:30. It's 3:30.
What's happening at 3:30?
It's 3:30. Your unknown caller. It's 3:30.
I don't have my phone next to me.
It's 3:05. He's early. Usually calls around 3:30.
I don't have my phone next to me today.
No, he does not. We're gonna let her ring in the background, but I'm hoping y'all can hear that.
I had the headphones on. Is it really ringing?
I think it's the alarm actually.
No, it's not the alarm. It should be the
okay.
It's the ringtone.
It's unknown caller every fucking Wednesday at the same time. I'm like, girl.
It's a spam call.
You would have thought he would have learned by now that you're busy.
It's a spam call.
Oh, he's jealous. Who you with? Answer the phone. Pick up the phone.
Oh my God, I've seen those videos where some dude is sitting next to his girl and she sees spam.
Oh.
She sees spam only and she's like,
that doesn't make okay. Yeah, it's not what it looks like.
Every day at 3:05.
Okay, period. That's what I'm saying. Like, girl, this is a pattern since I've been here for a year now.
I don't know why that's a thing.
I've been here for a fucking year.
I know it happens every Wednesday at 3:05. Spam call, likely spam. I'm like,
that's his man who's jealous.
What's he jealous of?
That's what I'm saying, bitch, for real. But he's like, who the fuck is he? Who's in my house? Pick up the goddamn phone.
In his house. Then he needs to start paying the motherfucking bills in here because I'm
behind.
Bitch,
to be honest, hello.
The D is not that good because I'm behind. It's not that good. So whoever this man is.
You hold him for free?
You need to, yes.
Oh,
obviously,
girl, no wonder. Yeah, girl, you got to charge something.
The D is not that good.
You can't ride this for free.
I'm gonna be honest. It's not good enough for me to charge for it. It's just
she is her own worst critic.
It's just not.
You're supposed to, girl. You're supposed no. That's for other people to say. That for you have to hype your shit up.
No, I'm talking about his dick. I'm not talking about mine. Mine is fine.
I thought you were talking about yours. No, I was like, girl, you just your stock just went down.
It's not. No, it's not.
No, it's not, but if he's not paying for it, he's not paying for it, then he ain't doing something right.
Exactly. But he is not. No.
Meaning you, girl.
I know.
Because you gotta start charging, mamas.
I'm gonna have to.
This can't be free forever.
And no. And let me tell y'all something now.
You gotta come up.
Let me tell y'all something right now.
You gotta collect that check.
Guys,
catch that bag.
Guys my age and older are doing well in this field. So I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Oh. And I see them every day at work with their new sugar baby. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not hey, do you? I respect it.
Do you? And I'm starting to see sugar babies of different ages.
I see them all the time.
What's going on?
I love sugar babies. I love the sugar babies that love to spend and that they are allowed to spend. I love them. They're my favorite. Oh, he's paying for it. And I'm just like, what do you want? Oh, I got this. And I start naming shit. They bring their friends with them. They buy shots. I encourage the shots. And the husband's just like, yeah, whatever he wants. Like and I'm like, okay, bitch. I hyped that account up. Bloop bloop. Next thing you know, $200. Thank you. You're the best. I know.
Girl, you got skills. What do you do?
Period.
I'm not down for all of that. It's just too much work, and I don't mind spending your money though.
I don't think anybody does.
If someone was brave enough to walk up to me and ask me if I wanted to be their sugar baby, yes, please.
If they walked over to me and said, "Here's a credit card, do what you want with it," I'd be like, "Okay,
I'm about to." Okay,
Daddy.
I will turn into a Beverly Hills white girl in 5 minutes.
Real quick. Come on, Beverly Hills housewife. She's the housewife of Montrose.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that could be a funny ass episode, like a show, like a TV show, a short film or something. Oh, Real Housewives of Montrose.
I adopt two little white girls named Tiffany and Brittany. Just dress them all up. Girl.
And this whole time they're poodles.
Yeah, exactly.
White poodles. Tiffany and Brittany, sit. I said
sit, Tiffany. Oh my God. Peter, can you please fill his bowl with Evian? He just gets so fussy.
Peter gonna get tapped because that's all we can afford. Because these two dogs are expensive.
Exactly.
They ain't getting that bottle, bitch. I don't get bottled. The fuck?
Don't worry, Daddy's paying.
But if you become that parent, you start buying them fancy shit, but you leave yourself. You're like, oh my God, I can't. My dog's first.
It's fine. I'll just wear last year's. It's no big deal.
Ooh.
It's not a big deal. You, honey, you slay.
Period.
You slay.
Sashay away. Girl. So what's going on? So by the way, transitioning, what's going on with your new job? Tell us how you feel about it. What do you like? Make sure you don't get fired on the podcast. Come in and work on Monday. Okay. Joel, can we speak to you real quick?
Okay. Well, first
that happened to me once, by the way.
Well, first of all, they do know I have a podcast, so I'm not going to say anything bad.
We will say all good things on TV.
Say all good things on TV.
But off air, it'll be a different
tone, that kind of thing.
Period.
But no, actually the first 3 days were not very interesting. And that's the honest God truth, because it was super slow. It's right. I'm working basically on a college campus at a hotel. So basically, when the faculty and staff go on vacation,
it's quiet. Nothing to do. So you have plenty of time to, you get the restaurant ready.
Yeah. It takes 5 minutes.
Nice.
You make coffee. You set up the toaster.
Boom. Done. There's my day.
6:05 later.
Shit.
Then you're like, okay, well, I'll find something to do. So you might clean a little just to get a head start on your day's projects and stuff that you need to get done. You get all that stuff done, and then you get I got a little bit of a breakfast crowd, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of a lunch crowd. Lunch was actually busier than breakfast. So, I got to run around and do all that stuff and everything else, and was out by 2.
Okay.
Every time. Well, maybe sometimes 2:30 because I'm a talker. So, sometimes we'll be standing around.
You're that girl.
Talking. Yes, I'm that girl. I'm trying to get to know my environment, and everything else. So.
No, bitch, you're spilling tea with a coworker. So, girl, did you see what I saw?
Not too much tea, because unfortunately, most of the people I'm dealing with are, they work at the college. One of them is a guy. And
the guy spilled the tea, too. Straight guys love to spill the tea.
He is, he's all right. But I look at him and think, oh, I'm working with a kid.
Okay. Oh.
I mean, don't get me wrong. For you kids out there, if y'all saw him,
for you kids, for you children out there,
for you children out here, if y'all saw him, y'all would think he was a good looking kid. He was a good looking kid.
Yeah, just not your type.
Had some good cake too.
Okay, she did look. Cakes. She was looking.
I look at everybody.
Period.
I look at everybody.
Okay.
Sometimes I look at women because I'm like, damn, her cakes are nice.
Yeah.
I mean it as a compliment.
No, and I know that because I know that as humans, we can look at a person and determine beautiful, ugly, short, tall, fat. Like we make that observation. It doesn't have to be sexual either. No. We can just look at a person and judge per se.
Exactly. So,
good or bad.
I mean, I don't walk up to people and go, "Girl, you got nice cakes."
Okay.
I mean,
girl,
maybe in a gay bar.
Period.
Because you could be a little bit more. So you could be a little bit more in a gay bar than you can be in other situations.
So is your boss nice to you?
My bosses are there's so many bosses
on the microphone. They are amazing people.
They are amazing people.
They are amazing people to work with.
Staff of
I love their
that I have
environment that they created for us in the community, and we are here to strive, and we're here to succeed together. Huh.
You should have the like cheesy little whiteboard with the little messages behind there when you do the video audio. I'm not trying to get you to do more work. I'm just saying that.
That's what I tell my bosses when I mess with them. When I mess with them at JR, so I'm trying. Like they sit at my bar because they're just sitting there observing and whatever. And so I'll walk up to them and say, "Hi, welcome to my bar, where you can have anything that we have to offer. We have some fine spirits available at a wide select." And they just are like, "Shut up, would you please?" And I'm over here just doing that extra voice, like trying to sound very programmed, robotical, almost like, "Okay, girl." Period.
So it's like, yeah, I have a staff of bosses.
Damn.
I have more bosses than I think I have people working on the floor.
And that sucks, too, because they're all trying to be productive and they're all trying to talk over each other.
They all have different jobs. So, honestly, only one of them I will really, really interact with the most. The other three are
on their own department.
Yeah, they have their own department. But if the boss doesn't show up, then they run the dining room.
They cover.
So they cover the dining room.
Well, that's nice.
It's a nice, easy job.
Jolisha, how was your Christmas?
My Christmas?
Yes, Jolisha.
My Christmas.
I like that name.
Didn't we just talk about my Christmas a few minutes? I said I went to the movies and I went to the thing.
Oh, we did. Yeah, we haven't spoken about my Christmas.
No, you didn't tell us about your Christmas.
That was good, actually. It was a really good one this year. I hit up my mom. We spoke on the phone. She is in Tampa. She was in Tampa for Christmas. She didn't want to go to the in-laws because they're dramatic and they like to fight and they're in their own little world. So she was done with that bullshit. And so then I ended up spending Christmas with Bae. Had fun with that. That was on the 25th, so that was on when did Christmas fall this year? That was on a Saturday, I think.
It was on a Saturday.
And so I had to go work that night. So we spent the morning time together, hung out, beautiful time. And then I just went to work. And pretty much all these holidays, coincidentally, all the major holidays fell on the weekends I normally work anyways.
We went, I got out of work pretty late on Friday.
Yeah.
And none of the bars in Washington were open. I'm like,
on Friday?
Yes,
on Christmas Eve.
On Christmas Eve, none of the bars were open.
Oh wow!
I was like, what? And then my friend, he went out. He was going to go to Hamburger Mary's, but they were closed.
Yeah, they're moving locations too at the end of this month.
So they were closed, and he said several of the other bars were closed except JR's.
No, all the bars were open. The bars were
not right.
That's not true.
They can't be true,
they must have been not that busy. No, the bars weren't closed. Randy, get your life together, sis.
Get your life together, honey.
Bitch.
I named all the bars, and she's like, no, they were closed. I'm like, are you sure?
Let me make this queer. let me queer this up. We was open, mamas. We wasn't closed. You just wasn't looking hard enough.
I told her, I said, girl, you know JR's is open. You know JR's is open.
365.
If JR's is closed, and either COVID has gotten way out of hand,
girl, we were open.
No.
Trust me.
Because none of the bars on Washington Avenue were open.
No, girl, bars are always open. I'm surprised. I don't think. No, I'm gonna call BS on Randy, and you come check me on site if you want, Randy, because you know where to pull up upstairs over here in the corner. You know, at Joel's house. You know, I don't know why I'm talking like this, but something took over me, and my spirit. I say it, but no, Randy. I'm pretty sure all the fucking bars were open. Watch Randy come next week. Let me defend myself.
He'll probably call on the phone.
Call me right now.
I told him he can call up here every now and then, and we have a little segment where he tells us a story. Or because Randy is,
we should call
fabulous.
him right now. Fuck it.
No, because she needs to be prepared.
No, fuck it. Catch off guard. Catch that hoe off guard. Randy, if you're listening, we're gonna catch you off guard. You ain't shit, Randy.
She a theater girl. She has everything.
Then she can perform on the spot, and that's what's
dramatic up. And everything like that. She's like, girl, I need to put on my face.
Can we call her?
No,
if I go grab your phone, will we call her? Just surprise her. Randisha. Girl.
No, we cannot do that. We'll do that next time.
No, it has to be like spontaneous.
Because she will never speak to me again. And
good.
Good.
Let me go get the phone.
I am not calling her.
I will then. Just open your unlock. I know your password, so.
Oh my God.
Was it 2851?
No, you don't remember my password, which is fine.
Written down somewhere.
We are not doing that.
It's 59 something.
It's not. I'm not telling you what it is.
Alexa, call Randy. I have it written down here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
God, I forgot. What is it?
I'm not telling you because we're not calling.
I'm gonna lock your phone out.
And besides, I don't have the cord to hook it up to the thing.
I pointed Face ID at him without him realizing it's blatantly unlocked. Let's call Randy.
Oh my God! I think have you done this to other boyfriends before?
No.
You're like, I'm going into your phone.
I did that yesterday, as a matter of fact. And I said, "Who this is?
What's your password?" I'm not telling you. And then suddenly, right there,
boom! Bling. You don't even have his number saved, do you?
Yes, I do.
Randy, where? Oh, there he is. That's the Randy we're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Let's call him.
We are not calling him. Do not do that. He is going to kill me. Why are you doing this?
Hello?
Miss Randy.
How you doing?
Hey, girl.
Hey, what's up?
This is Julio from that Little Gay Talk Show.
Hey, Julio.
Hey, mamas. You on the air right now.
Oh. Really?
Yeah. Yes.
He made me do it, Randy.
Sure.
Okay, we might be doing this more often. We're gonna call you and just be like, "Hey, girl, hey." But
I really don't have much to say.
No, you're good. Joel said you went to the bars on Christmas, and you said the bars were closed.
Yeah, it was Christmas Eve.
Girl, where?
Well, we were gonna go to Hamburglar Marriott.
Not Hamburglar Marriott.
And she was closed. And then we headed off to, we tried to go to eat at La Tapatia, and she was closed. And then we went over by, the club. I think it was Miss Eagle. She had been closed.
Girl, they were all open. You just didn't go inside. What do you mean?
Oh, I guess I didn't go inside.
Girl, because I was like, we were all open, Mom, especially all the neighborhood bars.
That Karanka, she got me stirred.
Not Karanka.
What, girl, what is Karanka?
Corona, bitch.
Oh, Corona. Oh.
I'm not trying to get up in no bars and get disease spread or virus spread or nothing like that, girl.
No Karanka for you, mamas.
Mm-hmm. Girl, well, I completely understand, girl, so it's fine. But it was nice that you did get out of the house, though.
I did end up at Tony's Corner Pocket.
Okay, she wanted to see them dick dancers.
How come y'all didn't go to Michael's Outpost?
I've never, I don't know. I was with my friend Steven, and so we ended up at Tony's Corner Pocket for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
How was the experience?
To be honest with you, I was full already because I had.
Yes, queen. All right, well, we just wanted to chit-chat with you about the bars and wonder why you didn't go inside the bars. But now we know she didn't want to Karonka. She did not want to catch Karonka.
Deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately.
Mm-hmm. So, girl, I'll call you later. I'm so sorry about this.
Love you, Randy.
No worries. Y'all have fun.
Okay.
Thank you, darling. Bye.
All right. She's gonna let me have it later. You know this, right?
Good. She better. Miss Randy with coronavirus. She said coronavirus.
You just got me in serious trouble.
Good.
Oh my God.
He sounds so chill, so mellow. I've never really talked to him before. I don't think I've met him, have I?
No, you have not met him.
Why not?
Because he is the chillest human being on the planet.
He sounds like I like your vibes, Randy. We should have him on the show one day just for shits and giggles. Randy, if you want to be on the show with us, we can do a 3-way. You heard me. And, this
is the guy I started the podcast with.
Well, he should come back and make an appearance.
Exactly. That's what we're trying to get her to do.
And what, she don't want to?
She's been a little terrified of the coronca for...
Not the coronca.
Yeah, for just a little bit. So she's just now slowly starting to get out of the house and started to get back in the scene.
That's why. She didn't go inside. Okay.
She's like, no, it's too many people.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not going to be one of those people. I have been one of those people where it's like, oh no, it's no. Yeah. We going back home, girl.
We ain't doing what we not finna do.
What we not finna do. We going to Specs, and we just gonna entertain ourselves at the house.
Period. And that's on God. So let me tell you a drunk driver scenario that happened at work the other day, girl.
Who was it?
Thank God, no, I'm not gonna put names out there, but he knows who he is if he's watching, bitch. And I had to call him out on it the next day. This bitch was wasted. Thank God this was like at 3 a.m. Montrose was already done for. I walk out to get in my car, and as I rode my motorcycle that day. So about where I parked my motorcycle is right near the front, and there are some, by Postino's, there's some parking spaces right facing South Beach.
Yeah.
Okay. I parked right in that little boat, like next to the tree right there. And as I walk over, I see that this guy's, because usually when we walk out late at night, we're alert. We have to be. We double check. We look around the parking lot. Even as we're walking out, we're making sure, because we don't want nobody to run up on us. Don't worry, I'm ready. And so I sit on my motorcycle, and I'm watching this car in front of me just kind of like staying there. But I also noticed that the driver's passed out. And I looked at it, and I was like, wait a minute, the driver's passed out, but he wasn't fully parked in the space. He was like halfway in, halfway out. And so I look over, and I was like, wait a minute, I know exactly who that is. So I walk over there, take my helmet off, and I realize he had his foot on the brake. The car was in drive. The car was on. Like, he was just, had he moved his foot or accidentally pressed the gas, she would have gone by. The bitch passed out while driving. But apparently she was going slow enough that she pulled her into the space. Didn't hit any other cars. But the bitch passed out halfway in the space and, like, just kind of like literally out the window like this. Just. So I'm hitting. I'm like, girl, no, I'm about to go home right now. No, you're not. You can't even park the car, let alone drive it the rest of the way home.
Can you imagine? I'm picturing this in my head, y'all. And this is...
So then I'm like...
kind of comical when you think about it.
Yeah, in a way. And so then... it's comical because no injuries, nothing. That's why we're laughing about it. But drunk driving, and then to that point where you can't even drive yourself home, or you can possibly endanger people, places, or things.
Houstonians are the worst for this.
No, it doesn't have to be.
Just take an Uber,
girl. It doesn't. Here's the fucking kicker too. This bitch lived a few blocks from the neighborhood. Didn't even have a reason to drive the fucking car. She just wanted to drive just to drive. I'm like, bitch, you could have easily got a $6 Uber. Just even walked a few blocks over, and you're at the bar. Literally walk 2-3 blocks over. You chose to drive from your. I was like, it doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
I don't understand.
So then so this bitch was too drunk to, like, and this is like 3-4 in the morning. So, like, I'm not trying to take that person home. I'm on a motorcycle. Like, I'm like, you stupid bitch. So then give me your phone. Open your phone so I can call you an Uber. Doesn't have Uber set up. Thank God they had Lyft set up. So then we get them. Then we get him on the Uber or the Lyft. Order the Lyft, even though he was just a few blocks. And the Uber gets there. I'm like, girl, do not let him come back. Just drop him off at the house. She'd be good to go. But I was like, do not. And I gave the keys to the Uber. I said, do not give him his keys till he's home. Period. I wanted to keep the keys, but I was like, I don't feel like coming back the next day. Girl, I had to get out and get him out of the car, move his car, park it correctly. Because the dumb bitch was like, oh, my God. So, long story short, I was able to stop this bitch from... At least I felt like I stepped in at the right time. Thank God that when I got to him, nothing bad had happened. Got him in a Lyft, sent him home. And then next day, he's kind of being like passive, kind of sarcastic and thankful at the same time. Like, thanks. If it wasn't for you, wow, you're such an angel. I was like, I'm not trying to be an angel. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to. I did what I felt was the right thing in that moment, and my consciousness would not let me go home and live with that. Mm-hmm. Had I been home in bed, like I could have helped him. I could, especially if I knew him. Mm-hmm. Like, girl,
you could have been a bitter bitch and just said, "Oh well," and kept right on walking. You ever seen a bitter bitch? Just that look and.
But no, girl. Like at the same time, that's part of my job. Like, even though I wasn't the one that overserved him, or actually didn't even overserve him. Like I didn't serve him drinks that night, but I've served him drinks before, and I know him throughout the years in the community. And it's just like, girl, like you really didn't have to drive home that fucking wasted. Like, please think about it next time. Like, honestly, it's not that serious. Do like I do, like I've done in the past. Sleep in your car. Go to the back seat. Sleep in your motherfucker. Park in a little nice, cool little safe area, wherever you think is safe, and just sleep it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Back in my early 20s, when I used to live like about mid-20s, when I used to live like an hour away from Montrose, I couldn't drive home like that. So I would just park, sleep it off, wake up sometimes like disoriented, like where the fuck am I? Oh, I'm in this neighborhood. And then drive home in the morning.
I have told many a friend, I'm like, I do not live that far from the bars. If you are too drunk and you cannot drive, you can come over here and you can pass out on the couch.
Or your bed.
You can pass out on the couch. Ain't nobody sleeping in my bed. You can pass out on the couch and you can.
Let me ask Randy. I feel like she'll put your tea out there. Randy. She would spill your tea.
Oh, she's gonna spill it because she's bad right now.
Oh,
I know my friend. I've known her for years. She's gonna. It's not gonna be like she's gonna piss me off. She's gonna do it in a dramatic way. She's gonna be all nice about it, like something out of a 1940s movie.
You called me from the show, eh?
Fantastic dialogue, and the screen will fade to black and white because she'll become that diva in a second.
Period.
Yes. In a second, and you won't even know you got red until you hung up the phone.
That's what I'm saying. I was treading carefully. Once I heard her voice, I was like, "Oh, she's an old school gay."
Yeah,
like, this bitch has more reads in her pockets than I have in my whole lifetime.
She tells me every time, she goes, "Joel, I'm the nicest person on the planet. I would never read anyone." And I've watched her read people to filth.
I could tell she could, if she wanted to. I felt it the way she was talking. I was like, "Ooh, let me not fuck with Miss Randy." Like I thought. Initially, I came in all strong, like, "You know what, Miss Randy, you ain't shit." And then when I talked to her, "Hello, yes, ma'am." May the Lord be with you too, girl. Period. We love you, Randy. We should do an episode one day, by the way. We all vaccinating here, girl, so we good, mamas.
Vaccinated and boosters.
Period.
All set. All done and set. So,
speaking of,
we just have to get her back over here, though, because she's ready to come back over.
We can go over there.
But, she also came up with that other idea that we'll talk about.
Yes.
On the other end.
Yes.
So you'll see her more often.
So speaking of COVID, you notice the numbers are going up and people are falling off left and right. I know you have a thought about that. Ooh.
Let me make this quite queer.
Tell them.
We just came up with that a little while ago. We can't get enough.
Period.
Let me make this quite queer, okay?
Period, sister.
I am not at the point that if we still need to have a conversation about why you are unvaccinated, bye, bitch. That's all I got to say.
See you, mamas.
See you later, mama.
You ain't shit, first of all.
Because you too old, I'm too old, everybody's too old to still be having this conversation.
Yep.
When I am watching videos online that is marketed to adults, that is explaining how a vaccine works in childlike grandeur, like you're talking to an audience full of children, but they're really adults.
Correct.
We have reached a new low.
Yeah.
I know every adult my age, especially the ones who have smaller kids, for whatever reason why you have smaller kids at your age, what you doing? Talking about, these kids don't need to be vaccinated and blah, 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 blah. Y'all been vaccinated for 100 years.
Yep.
We have had to have vaccination cards before we went to school. That has always been. I don't understand why people think that that's a made up thing.
Right.
That the school system just came up with that last year.
Yeah.
You have to be vaccinated to go to school.
You know how many kids from different households come to school, for example. You don't know what their backgrounds are. Exactly. You don't know how they live at their house. You don't know if they bathe every week or every day or every month.
Does anybody have polio? Nope.
So
does anybody have smallpox?
To an extent, vaccinations are necessary.
They're necessary. So these people running around here still talking about whatever conspiracy. You know what? You can't even find a conspiracy theory on COVID anymore on TikTok. Yeah, because we just tired. Everybody's tired. Everybody, I can tell all the people on TikTok who've been talking about COVID, they're tired. Everybody's tired of talking.
We got tired of preaching on each other and like shaming each other because I notice a lot too.
I'm not going to shame.
Some of the same people that would shame will be the ones doing it themselves too. So they would get on social media and pretend to be godly, and then get off social media and be caught not doing what they were supposed to do.
So at this point in the game, I'm not going to shame you or try to talk to you like a.
You're not going to be a hypocrite about it.
I'm not going to. I don't have a time for it. So if you still want to be unvaccinated, that's on you.
Period. But you can still come over and fuck though.
Fuck who? You ain't coming in my house without a vaccination card. Hell no. Hell motherfucking no. I got high blood pressure. No. No.
No. 333.
Yeah, my potential spam is on the phone.
Yeah, it's clear. Speaking of, he knew you was talking about him. You find out he's got a microphone.
Oh my god! Next time potential spam comes, we should answer the phone.
Let me see.
Oh, it's still on the phone.
Yeah. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, caller. Can you hear us? No,
they hung up.
They hung up.
They said me calling back. Open your phone.
Oh, it didn't work this time.
Put your code. I'm gonna call him back. I'm like, why are you calling him every day at the same time? Who do you think you are?
Well, every Wednesday at the same time.
Doesn't even say their phone number. Oh yeah, there does. There you go.
It's probably just gonna go straight to. It's either going to go straight to some con artist's office.
Calling Career Helper. This is Brielle on a recorded line. How can I help you today?
Hello, I'm just returning a phone call.
Great. So I'm with Career Helper, and you can press 1 to be removed. And I show here that we have multiple jobs available in your area. What kind of job are you looking for?
Anything in the customer service industry.
All right. Now, again, I am an employment specialist here, and my job today is to ask you a few questions to determine if the position you applied for is going to be a good match for you. After that, I'm going to do my very best to try to match you up with some other local jobs, of course, that are in your area that you may be interested in applying for, okay?
Okay.
All right. Let's just confirm some of your basic information, okay? Could you please spell out your first and last name for me?
My name is George. George.
All right, so what we do here is match job seekers like you with open positions that different companies are looking to fill. Now, those companies may actually pay us because we're able to save them time and money by sending them only qualified candidates. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like, you need people that have, like, the qualifications and all that stuff.
Okay. Great. Now, I do need to confirm that you are a U.S. citizen.
Okay. How do I do that?
Okay. What is your highest level of education?
6th grade.
Okay, and what year did you graduate high school or receive a GED?
I actually don't have one.
Okay, so I also see that you're currently not enrolled in any kind of school right now. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Could you repeat your zip code for me, please?
Yeah. 90210.
Okay. I'm going to send you an email with some suggested jobs. If you can, I want you to apply for those jobs as soon as you can.
Yeah, do I need to, like, send y'all a copy of my... Do I need to send you a copy of my ID or my passport or anything like that?
And may I please have your email?
Yeah. GeorgeFalcon@millennium.com.
That's okay. Oh, I just need to confirm, that's all. What year was that again?
Which year?
Uh-huh. Okay, and what year did you graduate high school or receive a GED?
I didn't get a GED.
Oh, we do need you to have a high school diploma or a GED that you received in the United States, so you wouldn't qualify for our program today, but thank you, and you have a great day.
Thank you. Girl. Bitch, she skipped all over my question.
I was intrigued. I'm like...
She was a recording.
George, who was...
No, I had to think of a name on the spot. And then I looked at your shirt that said Falcon, so I was like, I'm George Falcone. then when she has... That's why I said George Falcone at millennium.com. Millennium Falcon, bitch.
But she went with 90210. I would have been like, wait a minute
That's
now.
Beverly Hills. I was so rich, I didn't need fish school. Period.
Exactly. You only made it through 6th grade because you didn't have to go back.
They probably ain't gonna call you no more now that we not qualified for a job. Bitch, that hoe was clearly a recording. I was waiting for him to, okay, do you have your ID number? And you're, yes, I do. I do, actually.
I was hoping you'd say 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay,
5,
bitch.
6, 7, 8.
I was like, what's that zip code? I had it in my mind. I was like, what's the name of that show? I had to think of the show, Beverly Hills 90210. Remember that? Oh, girl. It's gonna call again. Please call me back. Call us back, bitch.
Oh, my God. Please. No more spam calls.
I love answering these phone calls. They're fucking hilarious. But yeah, what were we talking about before we got hella distracted? COVID numbers. That's what we were talking about. Girl.
Well, you told me to put in my 2 cents, which I did, and I basically said the same thing I'm going to say right now. If you unvaccinated, that's on you.
Oh yeah, unvaccinated trade is where you were talking about how you ain't gonna let no man come in your house or in your drawers with no vaccination card.
Without a vaccination card.
Period. How do you feel about the CDC cutting the number down from 10 days of recovery to 5?
I think that's progress. I think that the fact that... And I'm sure that's for vaccinated people.
Do you think there was any pressure from businesses, government, to be like, hey, girl, bring the number down significantly?
There probably was. And if there was, we never going to get rid of COVID, are we?
Do you think maybe a lot of these, it's just the flu, seasonal flu, and coincidentally, I'm not going against the Omicron thing, but recently, for example, I've noticed coworkers just got sick out of nowhere, but they were able to come back right away as if it was a flu. They weren't out physically sick for a week or 2. So in my mind, I was like, if you had COVID, you would have been out longer. You probably would have been in the hospital by now. But I think you got what most of us get, which is seasonal flu that comes along. You get the sniffles. You got your sinuses all, all stuffed up. What? And of course, the test is going to read positive because you got some kind of going on. You got
some kind of SARS-like thing going on. The funny thing is that last week, when the weather changed, when it went from cold to hot and then
we've
hot
had
to
some
cold,
really fucking weird weather.
And we have
in Texas. Girl, we don't have. This is the only December that I remember being this hot.
I know it is.
Girl, I'm in shorts. I don't know what part of the world you're at.
I got the air conditioner on.
Literally in December.
We're
leading up damn near a few days from New Year's. Girl. It's the 29th. Wednesday the 29th.
I'm not half a mile from a beach. So what that says to me is that in order for me to be in this kind of weather, there needs to be water.
Okay, honestly,
it needs to be water washing up on the shore.
And meanwhile, people up north have been getting snowed in and deaths.
Well, California finally has gotten record snowfall, and they desperately need it because they are
short on water. They're always short on water.
And the whole West,
girl, they can turn some of the ocean water into regular water it's a way to treat the water.
Do we really want them to though? They're just gonna figure out a way to mess it up.
Girl, you're right. They're already messing Austin up, so might as well not let them mess the water up. Girl, anything Californians touch, just they fuck it up in a way.
Well, they all moving here, so can you bring some of that blue with you, y'all? Because that would be nice.
I saw somewhere they opened a Prada store, or they're opening a Prada store on the main Congress Road, I think, in Austin, and that just pissed off the entire. Be girl, come on, this is local businesses. This is not supposed to be Prada. Because all that signals for people in Austin is that as soon as you move a Prada into that neighborhood, you're gonna get other high end stores. Rent goes up.
Yeah.
It gentrifies the area to fit the luxury the people that want that luxury feel environment. And so it takes away from that charm that whole neighborhood had. That whole street, when you go up and down Congress Street, pretty much is like shops, like left and right, mom and pops places, locally owned businesses, antique stores, clothing stores. That's going to affect them.
Well, Austin's a tech city, so these places are coming whether they like it or not. Sorry, but they're coming. And sorry, your rent's about to go up again. So
yeah, that's going to displace a lot of.
Your mortgages are going to go. Yeah,
it's going to be great for the homeowners because their value goes up, but it's going to be horrible for the people that rent, the people that are looking to buy homes in that area. Like it has a ripple effect on the community as a whole when they're kind of gentrify the area with all these high end luxury buildings.
Well, they already gentrified it once. Guess what? It's about to get gentrified again.
And I wouldn't doubt that neighborhood was resilient. Where if they notice they're being taken over, they'll just take over another neighborhood and make that Austin as it. Yeah, Austin is changing like crazy. I like the Austin vibes. I can see myself living in Austin actually because I love like the very outdoorsy vibes that they have out there. Park recreational chill vibes, like that's my vibe.
But I don't know. I feel like Austinites are a little snobbish.
Are they? Really? I always felt like they were chill. Very chill, easygoing.
Yeah, they just seem a little snobbish to me.
I mean, Joe Rogan lives out there.
That's not a good example. No offense to Joe Rogan.
Well, there goes our chance.
Yeah, exactly. Our chance.
If we ever had in. Joe, I just want to...
We went from 22 to 0.
Literally. Joe Leisha, you said enough.
YouTube canceled us.
Okay. I think we've been canceling ourselves lately. I don't think we have to try that hard, mamas. Because we're those girls.
I think that if enough people get our brand of humor, I think we'll be all right.
Shitty. Shitty humor.
Yeah, exactly. Shitty, kind of...
witty, sarcastic, fun.
We definitely do this in the basement somewhere.
In a club. Sex swings. When I open my own bar.
Have you ever been in a sex swing?
I'm going to put that out in the universe. I'm going to open my own bar one day. Watch. It's going to be a cool little joint. Very eclectic vibe. It's not going to be like specifically catered to one. I want it to be like anybody can come in there, but like it'll be a unique aesthetic. I'll tell you that much.
So, no, you've never been in a sex swing?
No, I have not ever. I wasn't avoiding the question. No, I didn't even hear the question. But it sounded like it. No, I have not. I've seen it. I've seen it. I think I told you that story when I went to New Orleans and saw that. Yeah, that shit is crazy. Back in the day when you used to go to Phoenix Room upstairs and that was my first ever time seeing somebody. We walked into the steep upstairs and then the stairway was very steep and we got to the top and as soon as you get to the top you see what everybody's doing and then when I first glanced over to the right some guy was on a swing.
It's overrated. First of all, it takes forever to get into and it takes even longer to get out of.
You have been in a sex swing.
Yes, I have been in a sex swing.
Oh my.
Okay. I am not ashamed of that.
At all.
Not in the least.
Clap it out.
Several times.
I'm going to clap sound effects. Clap it out for her.
Try new things. But, the thing is that, I tried it several times, so I was trying new things. But, getting in and getting out it's not easy. And you shouldn't be doing it over sex swings. You need to let it go. After 45, let it go.
Oh, my God. There's an age.
After 45, no more sex swings for you.
Speak for yourself,
you're gonna hurt something. You're gonna bust a hip. Something old is gonna happen to you.
Let them live their life. Let them fill out that fantasy.
Something old is gonna happen to you in that chair.
Let them live. I encourage you to do you and live your best life. Just because Joe can't fit in the swing after 45,
exactly.
I mean you can't fit in the sex swing after.
I'm just saying that something old will happen to you. If you're
gonna be sore, muscles hurt,
something's gonna cramp up.
Ooh,
and you don't want to be cramped up at the,
No. Negative.
No, not when you got a line.
Speaking of sex swings, what are you doing for New Year's? Speaking of sex swings,
that actually sounds like a good idea now.
Well, she'll
Happy New Year.
She'll be at Club Houston. We know that.
From 7 to 9.
On New Year's Eve?
On the New Year's Eve on the back patio. I'm only gonna make it to 9 o'clock. I'm telling you, I'm only gonna make it to 9.
Be there or be square.
After 9, we need to get cleaned up and we need to go to bed. Because that's what we need to do.
This freak has a bedtime. I can't. I'm only there till 9, and that's as far as you're gonna get me. I won't be there any longer than that because I have a routine to keep up. To adhere to.
This girl got a job where she goes to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, we in bed.
So what are your New Year's plans though? What are you doing for New Year's?
I'm working.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
I'm working.
New Year's Eve falls on what? Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check. Make sure I got Friday is the 31st, so Saturday will be the 1st of January.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday. Oh, okay, girl.
So your Friday night's gonna be?
I'm gonna be at work, and then it's like I told Bay, it's like more than likely we're gonna be so fucking busy that it's just because people do. There's a good crowd that comes to celebrate to be around other people when it happens. Mm-hmm. There's two crowds. There's the people that are there, and it's busy, but it's still limited. You can tell there's not everybody. And as soon as it hits 12, we get the second half of people, and it's from the moment you go on shift to the moment you leave your shift. You're just working. It's nonstop. Mm-hmm. You have, at one point you feel like a robot because you're just like, what do you want? What do you need? What can you have? Got it. And you're just like, here you go, girl. Here you go. But bitches, like here's the kicker. Sometimes even when the countdown is going, people still want to fucking drink. So in the background you're hearing 10, 9, 8, and then you're also getting excuse me, can I get a vodka soda? And you're looking at it because that point when I start hearing 10, I stop. I don't give a fuck how many people need a drink. I'll stop. I'm gonna enjoy this moment. I'm gonna take it in. I get myself a little glass of whatever. And I'm sorry, can you make me a drink real quick? Bitch, it's the countdown. Like, you can't wait 10 fucking seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, sure enough, 10, 9, 8, 1. We all hug, say hi, hellos, thank you. And then I'll take my sip. I'll make them wait. I don't give a fuck. I will make it because it's that moment. You want to appreciate the New Year's. You're at a bar. You could have been at home with your family. So, yeah, I'll take that moment in, and then I'll be like, okay, now I'm ready. What do you want?
Who wants to be with their family on New Year's? Not this
so
person.
here's a weird concept. I found out that there's people out there that actually like their family. Girl, I knew.
You're kidding.
Girl, I was shooketh. I was like,
shocked.
Wait, so you guys actually get along and you like each other's company? They're like, yeah. And I was like, how? How does
there's
that?
no reading, no drama,
It shook the fuck out of me. I was like, family actually likes.
You know what? I've seen it. I
heard about it.
I've seen it.
I might have seen something on National Geographic Discovery Channel, but
it's the weirdest thing to see in real life.
Families that like each other, that throws me the fuck off. I'm like, I know there's some dark, deep secret in there. Like, y'all gotta, y'all too perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Something's going on. Somebody's being abused in
my
some kind of way.
Don't.
Something's going on. Something's going on. Somebody's got a body buried in the closet.
Period. The dad is secretly gay, or the mom's a low key lesbian,
something like that.
Alcoholic, or she's a secret drug user. Oh wow, here we are plotting other people's family. Wow, we're evil people. I'm sorry that we grew up had traumatic childhoods, and that we weren't. Our inner child was not acknowledged and shit. But girl,
we just made friends with our inner child. Literally. So. Yeah, so the concept of I
want to apologize to myself for myself, and then mostly my inner child.
Exactly.
I'm sorry that they did that to you. But girl,
I know
when I do see healthy families, I'm like, what? They're weird. Like, it throws me off. I'm like, y'all are weird.
What's going on?
And they're like, what? We're normal. They're like, no, I'm not used to this dynamic.
You're not.
Who are y'all?
And then when you bring up to see yours, and they just look at you like, girl,
like, yeah.
How did you make it?
Yes. Like, I met
chewing gum and some string.
I met Bay's family, by the way. I met his sisters and cousins, and they're also like, they have a good, healthy relationship. And I was just thrown by that a little bit. I liked it. I enjoy that they do, but I'm not used to that. Mind you, I am the oldest of 2 siblings whom I don't get along with at all, or have a relationship formed in any way. Like I told Bay the other day, we had this conversation. I feel like I'm an only child at that time. He's like, honestly, I thought you were an only child. So when you said, because you don't act like you have siblings, like most people that have siblings do. And I was like, oh, no, because I've never had to count on my siblings for shit. So I didn't really consider them siblings. And so, That was under the breath. But no, I mean, I've always felt like an only child, and I was not. It just I've never had a relationship with either one of my two younger siblings. I'm the oldest. They're both my half siblings, half brother through my mother, and half sister through my father. And I'm just like, I don't know what it's like. And in my defense, I have tried. I've had the good intention of creating a relationship with said people, but they didn't want it, and they did whatever they had to do to fuck that opportunity up. And I'm one of those people that's like, if you went out of your way that hard to not fuck with me, I'm gone. Like, bye.
That's too much work because I don't really care.
Yeah, that too.
You wasted all that work for nothing because I don't really care.
That part, girl. So yeah. So when I see healthy families, like even on TikTok or something, or like on social media, or just people that I know, I'm like, it throws me off. I actually observe them harder than I would a normal, because I'm like, I'm just not used to seeing healthy families.
Because you're looking for somebody.
I'm waiting for somebody to come out the corner saying something stupid, toxic, negative. No, instead they're like happy to see you. You're my favorite sister, and you're like. It's like the Brady Bunch. Like when you're watching the Brady Bunch, like you see how they all get along.
Yeah, exactly.
And their tiffs and little scuttles are like dumb shit, but they can get over by the end of the episode.
They're actually teasing each other and not reading each other.
And they have healthy communication. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, and I shouldn't have stole your doll, and maybe I need to be more thoughtful next time before I do that. And how you would, you're like, girl, my house ever got thrown in my head.
They say "and" instead of "but." Well, I'm sorry, but it was your fault in the first place. That's not an apology.
That's a half-ass.
That's not an apology.
I'm sorry that I made you upset over the things that I said to you.
Even though you know they're true. Blah, blah, blah. And you're like, motherfucker, you are not apologizing. You are saying words. That is all you are doing. You are just saying words.
Period. Mamas. Girl, life, family.
Family. This is what we do in the holidays.
Girl, and I'm so used to working holidays, I don't even know what it's like to have them off. Is that crazy? Like, I'm so used to working holidays in the industry. That's why I had a conversation with Babe about it. Sometimes I have servers. Nowadays, I just have a mini conversation with Babe. But, like, that was one. I was like, girl, I work holidays. It comes with the territory of working in the service industry, things like that. Like my family, even my mom, when I do hang out with her or whatever, she knows. She doesn't even she's like, oh, you have to work? Oh, okay.
We actually, new job actually has a lot of holidays we don't work.
Nice.
I'm like, whoa, there's a lot of holidays.
Yeah.
There's a lot of holidays, and we get paid for it. I know that's a weird concept in this country right now, is making sure you get benefits and paid holidays and all this other stuff. That's a weird concept for a lot of people.
It is.
That was a weird concept for me. Because I'm like, wait a minute, I got a job with benefits?
We're used to making tips. So when we actually have a real job that actually wants to give us certain benefits that we're not used to, we're like, what?
What?
Once again, when we go to a healthy job environment versus
something toxic where they're like, oh, we're all family. By the way, can you work an extra shift for me tonight? Because we're family.
Right, girl.
I'm like, girl,
girl, I can run circles around some of these toxic places.
My family is not paying me, so no, we are not family
at all.
At all. Or the other one. Well, I decided not to give you vacation time because we're going to be short-staffed on such and such days.
And that's my problem, Hal. That's your problem, not mine.
And then you have to look at them and go, I'm still taking that vacation.
I'm going regardless, so you can fire me if you like, babe. Sorry.
That's
fine. You're not going to do? And that's true, though. You have to think about it as like, you have to know your worth. You have to know your value. Whatever company you are at. And there's something I've learned along the way. No matter how much hard work you put into a company, it doesn't always get reciprocated back to you. As much as you want to care for them, I'm not speaking to anyone specific. I'm speaking in general. All the jobs that I've had, this is what I've learned. That, we're short-staffed. We need people to come in and work extra shifts. I'm like, I'm going to enjoy my day off. Nowadays, I'm like, I'm enjoying my day off.
Exactly.
The way I had planned it. I'm not going to go out of your way unless I need it to benefit me.
And when an employer asks you if you can come in and you say no, I don't feel I need to give you a reason why.
You know what the worst part is now? They text us. They don't even call no more. Hey, I need you to come in, and you're like, bitch, I ignore texts. Like, if I don't feel like it's a benefit to me, I'll ignore your text call. I'll suffer the consequences. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, it's just spam.
We need you to come in on your day off, especially if I made plans that are concrete and solid. Girl, and I'm learning. Yeah, I'm learning to like even if I know I'm gonna be off, just to request them off anyways. Just say, hey, like I'm not gonna be available this entire day. Don't count on me being here. Sorry, boo.
No, because I'm not doing. I used to do that for other. Yes, I'll come in on my day off.
Me too.
Because I thought they really wanted me to be there. Yeah.
We're pleasers, and we want to be able to help them out. We're team players. This is what I think about me. Like I'm a team player. I like to like be able to like please my boss here and there. You know, we all like to kiss their asses one way or another. And you know, so I like sometimes showing initiative. Like, yeah, you know what? I'll come in and help you out. That's fine. One day, you know, today's you. Next day, hopefully, you'll take care of me next time. So like, yeah, I'll come in those days and work for you. But I've also learned not to go too far. Yeah. Not to overreach or extend yourself, because I've also learned when it comes down to it, they don't care. You're a number. You're whatever. Especially in the service industry, maybe different in other industries, but the service industry, it's a numbers game. Yeah, you're just another number. There's another younger you coming in a week from now to apply for that same job you just quit, thinking that you were the shit.
And they tell you that. That's really the most toxic thing ever, is that they will tell you to your face.
Especially in the bar scene. Like the bar scene, they, girl. And some people think they're just irreplaceable. And I'm like, mama.
You are not. Sweetie, you're irreplaceable.
The minute you're gone for more than a month or 3, and you're out of sight, if you're not in like, what is that called? Out of sight, out of mind, people start forgetting about you. Yeah, you do.
I know. You know, I've forgotten about people that I worked with a long time ago because I was never going to see them again. So when I see them, they're like...
Did you ever experience that in the service industry where, like, you learn not to get attached to employees, co-workers, things like that? Like, I did that everywhere I go. Because, like, every 6 months, we had a new staff.
Sure did.
New fucking... And I always tell people, think about it. Think about when you first started. Yeah, remember who you work with? Yeah. Look around you now. Are they the same people or half the people? A third of it? Oh, you're right. I was like, yeah, every 6 months, a staff is changing. Yeah. The staff is moving.
And I didn't mean no harm when I said this to a new employee one time. This was a while back, but I was annoyed at my boss for some reason. And they tried to introduce themselves, and I'm like, honey, you probably not going to be here long enough for me to remember your name. So why don't you make it...
You fucking asshole.
Why don't you make it through 6 days, and then then I'll get to know your name.
Wow. Who peed in your fucking Cheerios?
I know. That is not me. But that was me that day.
Girl.
And I was like... where did that come from?
You would have got the most hardcore ignore from me for the rest of our working career. Yep. And I would have reminded you, like I do now, there's a coworker. Girl, there's a coworker I had who said to me one day, I was still fairly new where I'm working at, and the coworker said something along, I'm sitting there and I was like, you're one of the few I haven't connected with yet. Let me make the quick little, hey, hello, how are you, man? Hey, honey, how you doing? Silence. Nice seeing you. How you doing, babe? And I said more. So I was like, are you doing okay? You having a good day? You seem upset. And this bitch, in the nastiest, rudest fucking tone, turned around and said, I'm not clocked in to talk to you. I am not clocked in yet to talk to you. When I tell you, I looked at her, and in my mind, I was like, I'm still too new to cuss you out. I don't know where you're at yet in the hierarchy. Okay, boo. I see you, is all I said. Okay, unknown caller. Let's answer, bro. Come here.
I don't know, it's League City.
Let's see. Hello?
Hi, yeah, this is Bella from Degree Search on a recorded line. Now, I show here that you were recently...
Hello?
Now, again, Degree Search regarding a job, and in case we get disconnected, my callback
when
number
you signed up for all these...
But 0881.
That's what that is. When you sign up for like all these, when you were looking for a job like actively online, that's what that is.
Yeah, that's
when you put your phone numbers there, like let's call and bombard them.
Exactly.
But it's sketchy when they call you because you're like, I'm not giving you my information over the phone. Like I don't fucking know y'all.
Yeah, exactly. I've already followed for this once. I'm not doing it again,
girl.
So, and that made me feel very bad about myself for quite some time. So, yeah, we're not doing that again. Okay, but that's a lesson learned.
Yeah, so anyways, that coworker, before we got interrupted by Miss Career Online, period. So yeah, he was just like, I am not clocked in to talk to you. And it said it in such a nasty way that it's one of those, like, you looked at the person like, bitch, you're lucky I'm still new because you would have got it. But you know what? I said, okay, boo, I see you. Also, all I said was, I see you, mamas. Okay, I got you. Bitch, I walked away until this day. yet to share a word with her, even a smile. She tried talking to me the other day, bitch. I walked away so hardcore. Turned my back real quick. I was like, and yes, I am Petty McBetty. Like, bitch, I'm her.
Petty McBetty. Okay.
I'm that girl. I'm that girl. Bitch, I will, like, do not. You came at me the nastiest way possible. And you expect me to just pretend that you not even gave me a formal apology. Say, you know what? You caught me in the wrong day. Even in bullshit me. You caught me in a bad moment. I had just got off the phone. Or bullshit me. I apologize for my behavior. Then we can be like, okay, girl, let's start new again. Not even an apology. And the bitch starts to come up with like nothing ever happened. I was like, no. What we not gonna do, mamas? What we not gonna do? Because you're talking to Petty McBetty.
And I have to say that I had to profusely apologize to that person for an entire week because I felt so bad when I said.
Fucking rude, Joel.
And that was the rudest I'd ever been. And I knew in my head that I'd done
Hearing
something
the
wrong.
Story, I felt like I was that girl.
Because I felt like she was going to cry. And I was like, oh my God, what did I just do?
You were that coworker, bitch.
Yeah, I was like,
and they'll never forget. That's a core memory. People remember moments when you treat them like
exactly.
shit. You could be like, you could have been the nicest to her the rest of the time y'all work together, and she will always remember that moment.
And she will tell that story bitterly.
You're that person in that. Yes, you're the person in that story. I was there.
Well, when I first met him, he
was fucking rude to me.
He was fucking rude to me.
He's a fucking asshole.
He was a fucking asshole. Exactly.
You're that girl in her story.
But now we get along just fine.
I've forgiven her since the end. I'm her. I'm Mr. Girl. I didn't want to admit. No, bitch, you would.
I knew she didn't forgive. She said she did, but I knew she did.
But I'm also at that point too where like I try not to hold. Now I'm at an age where like I try not to hold the anger or the emotion. Like if I don't fuck with you anymore, like I don't even get mad about it anymore. I just kind of like know that I just know that I don't fuck with you, but I don't give it the energy it doesn't need from me anymore. Because I'm like I don't.
Because I don't fuck with you.
That's it. Like I don't need to invest time, effort, and energy into it because then that's taken from mine. And that helps me none.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm at that point where like now that's why I let shit roll off my back so easy nowadays. You know, it's like, girl, you ain't shit. And I'm not going to worry about giving you shit.
Yeah, exactly. And it's taking.
But I will let my actions speak. If I don't fucks with you, you will know it. I will hardcore ignore you. You do not want one of my ignores, bitch. I am good at it.
I've gotten to the point where it's like, if I don't like you,
I ain't like you.
And you ask me,
and you'll know
why, I will tell you why.
Me too.
I will have a problem.
I will be the cutest, honest person you'll ever meet.
Because if you have the nerve enough to ask me why I don't like you, then you need to hear why I don't like you.
Period.
Otherwise, just walk away. We can be fine. We can pretend that we're in the same room with each other.
You still ain't shit though.
But no, I'm not shit. You not shit. So why are we beefing?
Period. Why are we beefing? To be honest, that's a waste of each other's energy.
That's just a waste of time, girl. You go get your drink, I'll go get my drink, and we'll be fine.
And that's it.
And that's it.
If you buy me one, don't expect the woman to buy you one back. Like, I won't. I'm being petty. I'm a stick to my guns.
There we go. So we don't need to worry about all of that. So,
girl, I think we got a good show so far. What do you think?
So far, how much longer you want to keep going?
No, we have a good show. We have a great show.
Because you said so far. When you say so far, you're like, wait a minute. Is that implying that you want to go on?
No.
Just say we have a great show.
Leading up to this point, we had a good show. Is that better for you, bitch? So far is not good enough for you?
No, so far implies that we're going to keep going.
You're only going to be here by like 6 days, so I'm not worried about it. Okay? I'm not even clocked in to talk to you.
Speaking of clocking in and clocking out, we are clocking out.
Aww.
Right now.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in and watching us, and
like, subscribe.
We love y'all. By the way, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. If we didn't, because we didn't get to do an episode last week, which we agreed on, and then we probably will be back after the holidays. So it'll be that Wednesday after New Year. So happy early New Year's, and then when we see you after, we'll say happy. Hey, girl.
And y'all stay safe. make sure.
Please stay safe. Please don't drink and drive.
Please don't drink and drive.
Especially during these especially during New Year's, because that's a time when people like to drink, go to parties. Be safe. If you can social distance, do it. If you don't, at least be conscious of the fact that you made that decision for yourself, and you can't blame nobody, nor the establishment you go to, nor your friends. It's your choice, your responsibility to take on.
And I will pull out blankets if y'all need a place to lie your head down.
I won't, but if he does, you know where to reach him.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not clocked in for that.
I'm talking about friends only.
You're only going to be here for 6 days.
I don't want nobody coming into my house going, oh, well, you told me to come over.
I would start using the line, I'm not clocked in for that. We came up with some good shit today, bitch. Let me make this queer instead of let me make this clear. And then when I don't have time for you, look, I'm not clocked in for this. I'm not. I'm not clocked in.
Yes, ma'am.
Period.
We are no longer clocked in for that.
Okay. So. Anyways, we love y'all. Happy holidays. Happy New Year's if we don't see you. Take care. We'll be back next week. Peace.